Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to part 2 of Let's Play Starpoint Gemini Warlords. In the last part, we went for a little bit of introduction, did some freelance missions, which we're going to be continuing today. We talked about the fleet a little bit and resources and stuff. And we had a mini conversation with Tara. I didn't realize it was going to be such a detailed conversation, but there was. And we sent our fleets at the end of the last part. So let's focus on this Convoy escort now. So, I mean, something I keep harping on about is this is a lot like Mountain Blade, which it is, but I don't want anyone to just immediately think, oh, let's buy this game because it's like Mountain Blade. There are huge differences, but the most common, like the best way to describe it is Mountain Blade in space. Now, if you watch the first part, you will understand these differences. We're going to slow ourselves down because we're here. Now, we're going to be following these guys. And we're going to be battling with them and keeping them alive. So we're going to use the follow command, which I keep forgetting I have. Because I normally like to follow them. I like to fly myself and keep myself.
One of our fleets have finished their job.
Okay, so we have someone to kill now. So we need to get once we get to a certain range, we can use these skills. We have our guns on automatic fire though as well. Guns on auto fire are actually a damn sight smart to use anything unless you're in a really big ship, ladies and gentlemen. So for now we'll be using auto fire. Turn the tactical view off. Let's get ourselves back to our fleet. Let's follow. Now one thing, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to check if I can zoom out anymore because I'm a bit. I honestly feel like I'm a bit like too close to the ship. I never bother checking. Chase camera, oh, zoom out, subtract. There we go. Now I feel less claustrophobic. So, yeah, anyway. So this convoy mission is going to be basically what you do is you follow the fleet until such a point as they get to their destination and warp out. So the whole point of this is like basically it's just a freelance mission to get money. There are missions in the game you can do for the story, I believe. I can't remember. Oh, there we go. We got someone to fight now. So we're gonna bump up our thing. I'm actually gonna turn this off. I'm gonna fire my guns. Now, something I must mention is that this specific game places all the turrets on the top of the ship, meaning that you're going to do a lot. You only do real damage if the enemy is above you.
Enemy down.
There we go. The AI did not have any thing. Now I am very, very bad at flying small ships, ladies and gentlemen. So I do apologize if I'm missing most of the action with my flying. It's mostly because, like I said, I'm very shit at flying small ships. I'm honestly preferring the bigger ships where I can just sit and fire and not have to move, and just trim myself out to be so they're above me, so my guns can fire at them. Because yeah, all your guns are above, so it's good to know. Now, something I did during the combat was place all my power towards guns to ensure that we could fire more rapidly. Something that is necessary during a fight, honestly. Now, I haven't used my heavy weapon yet, which is when you press the X key. So, okay, there was no more fights, which is unfortunate. But we leveled up, so we got a skill point and a perk point. So, skill points and perks, let's go through them. So, the skills I didn't go through, but I went through. Oh no, I went through skills. So, the skills are precise shot, hollow decoy, and gravitation. But we're going to get that. Upgrade ourselves to level 2 precision shot. Now perks. Perks are in various ranges. There are various sections. They're in ships, weapons, governing, personnel, engineering, and warfare. Now if we went through the tutorial, we get to we'd had some extra skills. As I didn't, we don't. But anyway, ships is basically good. A bit like increased evasion while flying gunship, increased light weapon damage by 25% while flying gunship. And of course, there's obviously other Dreadnought, it's level 25 and. What do we want? Firepower. When do we want it? Always. Yes, these good little things, but yeah. And then you also have weapon training like railgun beam, plasma cannon, and heavy weapons training. So these are the three basic types of weapons. and you basically level yourself up to be better at them. Governing, if you keep them safe, so basically this is more for your controlling your empire or your thing personnel. This is all about leveling up. I don't know how you can gain this. No, so basically gain take free ships. So basically this is for ship taking, and how you also do. I think it's diplomacy and merchant and whatnot. Engineering is like EMP, radiation, and stuff like that. All like different types of aspects of like engineering, battle, like mine dropping, and warfare. As you guess, is a bit more towards boarding. 50% resistance to staff, trickster, equipment cooldowns reduced, and tactical appraisal. More information, new tags. Now what we're going to go for is immediately gunship familiarity, as we'll be using a gunship for a while until we can get our corvette. So there we go. We spent our point and our perk, and every time you level up, you get one. I think you get either both or one of them. I don't know why I failed so hard there, ladies and gentlemen. Apologies. So we're going to go back to Concordia and get ourselves some new missions.
Setting course.
And Tara is of course going to follow us.
Engaging sublight.
So the game will automatically engage sublight now. Yeah, it's also put ourselves to 100 speed to make sure we can get to our destination extremely swiftly. Now I haven't bothered using any of my these yet because I didn't really need any of them, but they are very worthwhile buying and equipping whatever you want. Honestly, you could sell them, but I would say keep some repair drones and maybe some damage amplifiers. And if you don't go mining or scavenging, you can get rid of those, honestly. There are stuff like T-drives, which allow you to jump a certain distance immediately instead of having to wait. So we could jump the distance we were at to get back to the Concordia quickly. But they also cost money, and I don't like spending money. That's kind of my problem. And I just put the fucking steering mode on. Let's go back to that waypoint. So... yeah, at the moment we're building up our resources very slowly. The first thing I'm going to do is once we can is get these, but if we need to upgrade Concordia, which we cannot do from here. So once we're back to Concordia, we'll see if we can afford some upgrades to the salvage depot so we can start getting some more materials quickly. Because unlike Mount Blade, which again is something I'm going to compare the game to a lot because that is what I was given as a good comparison. You don't have to build an empire. You start with one, but then you just continue to build it up from your very bare bones start. So we're going to dock with a Concordia. Our guns are going to spaz out. What guns am I equipped with anyway? Let's have a look. So I am using the REM 2 railgun. Now there are, like I said, there's two different versions of each beam. So there's this beam, and there's this beam. The Omega is a lot better than the Tesla. The Ripper is better than the REM, and the Void is better than the N3000. And if you go to your heavy weapons, there's 3 variants, I think. Oh, no, 4 variants of each. And of course, all way more expensive. Now, I think I've used mostly the Bandicoot in my single playthrough. Our single player game. It's actually 3 cannons. So I guess it's based on the weapons, but you can then upgrade them with various things, giving them different. This goes into weapon range, damage to veterans, and additional EMP damage. So there's loads of things to upgrade them, and you can also paint your ship, which I see no point in doing because the Solar Concorde ships are. You're not really going to see it. It's just going to be very hard to make it out. And these are all the things you can buy. Scavenger swarms, damage amplifiers, stuff we've already got, biometric shield, defense fields, shield boosters, repair drones, and T-drive, which is one I know about, the torrent drive, where you can transport an entire ship to a distant location. So let's, what we're going to be going for, what we're going to be going for is the Hellion. We need to be level 4, and it has basically gives us an extra, doubles our heavy battery and triples our light batteries. So we basically get a lot stronger. Now it's going to be very expensive to get the ship and then fit it. The ship is 900 grand, and then to fit it we'll probably need another further million. So we're going to get ourselves some jobs done, and this is what we're going to be working ourselves towards for the first part. Now, I'm actually going to take the best mission, because whatever the most reward is, because I think Tara should be able to carry us through these early missions. Let's get straight to the the waypoint. Now, eventually I will buy a T drive, but a T drive will only get us to about here. So, but until then, I don't really need a T drive. So let's get our guys on some more quests. So we've got a lost cargo retrieval. Let's get that done. We've got 2 lost cargo retrievals. Now, I think it's every one of these little areas you have a mission like that's like segged off. I've not figured that out yet, but I think that's how it works. We're also going through somewhere we could build a scavenger hut, I think. Yeah. There's a lot of salvage here. Salvage, I meant. There's also an anomaly, which I haven't really investigated anomalies yet, but we'll do that together soon enough. But at the moment, we're going to work our way for getting ourselves a crap ton of minerals. Materials, sorry, not minerals. We've got a lot of ore. We don't have a lot of ore, but you know what I mean. We've got more ore than we had materials. So once we've done this freelance mission, we're actually going to need to get back and upgrade the Concordia to build a salvage depot, which is something I forgot to do. How I forgot, ladies and gentlemen, I do not know, but I did. That is all that needs to be known. It looks like there's a hostile ship somewhere here. I think this hostile ship on the map is referring to one of the missions, so I'm not going to bother turning my or looking around and see if I can find it. Now, we're going to probably try and immediately use a holo decoy and gravity push. No, sorry, precision shot and gravity push if necessary. We shall see. We're very, very close now. Yep, there he is. There we go. Move away from there. And he's dead. Now, like I said, Tara is going to be very, very strong. I didn't have her in my tutorial playthrough. So there seems to be a pros and cons about playing with a tutorial or not. We also got a skill point, which I'm going to actually put into nothing. I'm going to try and get my precision shot up again, because precision shot is very, very strong. So we're going to go to the Concordia headquarters. So let's get there.
Changing course.
Now, we could start building ourselves an actual fleet. Something I don't think I've mentioned yet. So at the Concordia, you can build ships. They cost quite a bit of materials, though. So honestly, we're not going to build them yet. Can we build them at Pharos? No, we can't. So we can only build them at stations.
HQ
and not
reports.
planets.
One of our fleets have returned.
Yeah, they don't really get a lot of stuff. I think they just got a bit of gas back from what I spent.
Adjusting ship rotation.
It's not really... Yeah, some of these missions, early missions, are not really great for our fleet. But first, what we need to really do is try and take out the forward outpost over here, and we'll gain ourselves some mining operations and whatnot. So yeah, we're gonna go to Concordia, build ourselves a salvage thing, and try and get ourselves a better income of materials. Now, I think for this Let's Play, I'm going to try and buy myself quite a few T-drives, but I don't know if Tara will follow us when we use a T-drive, or if she automatically jumps to where we are, because that's the one problem I realized I didn't use them when I played my own, because I didn't want to miss my fleet, because I had built myself a 5 gunship fleet that was following me. So I was pretty, wasn't overpowered, but I was decently powerful. Whereas it was probably, all those 5 gunships was probably as powerful as one Tara fleet. We'll also try and deploy boarding ships as well. We'll try and board as well. So, because it's always good to guard and not guard. It's always a good idea to try and take an enemy ship.
Personal greetings to you, Captain. Always a welcome sight.
I've never actually took an enemy ship though, so I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know how great it is, because I failed when I tried. And it kind of soured me. I was like, oh, what? Yeah, so I kind of cried a little bit. Yeah. So we're gonna do an immediate level 6 mission, just because Tara should be able to help us for it. We're gonna quickly go back in though. I'm gonna construct a salvage. Oh, okay. We do not have enough materials to do this. So when we get ourselves some more materials, that's what we're gonna do. So for now, we may as well send ourselves on this mission. Haven't found any encounters yet, or I would have showed you them, ladies and gentlemen, because encounters can be pretty interesting. Because Normally it can be quite a lot of enemies, and there we go. Tara is now way faster than us. I must admit, Tara does have a nice looking ship. I would like her ship actually, but what can you do? Wrong thing. Yeah, we need like another 100 mint materials until we can give ourselves a scavenger outpost. So for now, we're just gonna have to keep pressing on with these missions, building ourselves up, and maybe trying to do some trade later on. I think for now we're gonna focus very heavily on fighting, as personally I prefer blowing the fuck out of someone instead of not. Now I did try playing this game with a controller, but I'm not gonna lie, ladies and gentlemen, it's honestly I prefer keyboard and mouse. It feels a lot simpler. I did actually, when I first played this game, felt the controls were a bit janky, but when I started playing it more and more, the more like every half an hour, every 10 minutes I put in, my fingers just got used to it, and it became a relatively easy control system layout to get used to. But okay, so when under search and destroy, this could happen, where your tactical officer will tell you there is nothing here, Captain. We're yours. Now we can either abandon the mission, or they couldn't be far, and we fire up our long-range scanners. And our long-range scanners have detected the vessel proceeding to the waypoint. So basically, you just follow the waypoint. We'll drive this ourselves. We'll go sublight a little bit more. Get ourselves to this freelance waypoint. Okay, he's not here either. So we're gonna go to this one. Now this can get tedious, but there isn't too many waypoints normally. Okay, flying in sublight is actually going to be a bit of a pain when you're trying to maneuver such a small ship. Again, it's this one now. See what I mean? It does get a little bit tedious, but they're not too long. Wow. Okay, I've never had them this long. Maybe they are a bit more tedious than I expected. And here we go. Captain, the ship is now in our sight. How do we proceed? We show them no mercy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to settle myself down to half speed. And I'm going to prepare a fight. Now Tara, like I said, is going to do a lot of damage. But I would recommend doing the tutorial before playing this game or doing like a free roam like I am. Oh shit, bit of a lag spike there. Apparently he's going to blast us to pieces. I would say no, but he's Revenant security, so... So Tara is a Vanguard. She just used Explosive Wave. We need to catch up. And there we go. That little thing there, that little ball there, was our ion charge, which firing was a waste of time because I didn't need to. Now we're going to return back to the Concordia HQ now.
Changing course.
So this is basically what you're going to be doing if you're going to be doing what I do and go military. You are going to be doing a lot of flying, coming back, flying, going back. And just every so often assigning your civilian fleet to do some stuff. Because that is basically all you need to do while you're grinding for resources. Now the grind isn't too bad. I mean, if you get lucky and get a lot of convoy missions, you'll be making a damn good income pretty quickly. Like you'll easily have enough to pay for your first ship and maybe even your second relatively quickly, and you can even trade in your ship, but I would not recommend it unless you know you're already the level for your ship, because trading in your ship and then having no ship is kind of dumb. And I think your hangar in the Concordia can only only have so many ships in until you've upgraded it, so it is worth keeping in mind how many ships you have. And yes, every sector or region has certain commodities which are illegal. Although I have had no problem selling plasma weapons to Theranos or Concordia headquarters, so I think it's telling me they're illegal because I think I have some in my inventory. If we look at, is it ship? Yes, cargo. Yeah, I have a plasma weapon. The price is the same. You can look around if you want to see your get yourself a bit of a, if you want to barter or you want to make yourself a bit of extra money. Make sure you get the best deals. You could obviously make sure you sell them anyway, but as I got these from fighting and I didn't actually buy them, I am going to sell them anyway. And we're going to end this part after we get to Concordia HQ, because I'm not going to end it subspace again. Or in space, because Concordia is right there.
Wiring planar coordinates.
For fuck's sake. I keep forgetting sometimes it will actually knock you out of autopilot when you try to get planar Concordias. Now, the gunships are very, very fast, so, ladies and gentlemen, do not, in the future, do make sure you, make sure you buy T-drives for your other ships, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going to make sure you know that. So, can we buy ourselves we cannot buy ourselves a salvage depot before we leave. Well, that's unfortunate. But unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to have to leave this here. I hope you guys have enjoyed and will continue to enjoy the series, and I'll see you guys in the next part. I'll see you guys then.